Hello and welcome to Fridge Cam.
If you like food, then this is the show for you.
Coming up in the fridge today,
We make our own tofu from scratch.
but first,
We're going to stick tofu on toast in a curry and a cheesecake, and you're going to love it. So here's the deal, we're going to share with you 3 incredible tofu dishes.
we'll be making a white chocolate and blueberry cheesecake.
We'll be making a tofu noodle curry.
And to kick it off, we're making avocado and scrambled tofu on toast.
Crispy fruit and nut toast, avocado, and then our scrambled tofu. Avo first.
Sorry. Yep, we'll start with the avocado. The tofu bit I'm not so familiar with, so I'll stick to this
I'll
bit.
do that bit,
Yep.
you do the avo.
You want to halve your avocado, de-seed it, scoop out the flesh, and then mash that up.
De-stone it, it's nice.
It's a big seed.
It is a big seed. I meant stone.
But you know this bit, so you're all right.
Then add in your finely diced chilli and a squeeze of lime, some oil, and some salt.
Avocado done. The next easy job, take yourself some bread, and ideally, one that's got like a fruit and a nut or a spice.
Get yourself a posh bread.
I could eat that in one plate.
Posh loaf. And we're going to start to toast that off. And now, for the tofu. Now we're going to go for a firm silken. So basically, it's pretty much got the texture, right now, of cooked egg. Boiled egg. It's good slappable. What we're going to do though is put loads of flavour into it. So a couple of tablespoons of ghee into a hot pan, and we're going to toast off turmeric and curry powder. Once those spices are toasted, the tofu can go in. Because tofu's cooked, it doesn't really need heating through any more than to make it warm, and then right at the last minute we're going to stir through some yogurt and some freshly chopped coriander.
Ooh.
Season to taste, and then serve it all up. There we go. Pretty awesome, both from colour, flavours and textures. It's our tofu avo scramble on toast.
Tofu?
Sorted?
Sorted.
I kissed the rain down in Africa.
Let's talk about tofu noodle curry, baby.
It's going to be an awesome, creamy, spicy curry. We're going to start with the curry paste.
Okay.
So we're going to blend up onion, ginger, garlic and chilli to a paste, and then we can start to fry that off in peanut oil with brown sugar. So the brown sugar starts to caramelise in the pan, and then in all the onion mixture and cook it out for 5 minutes.
Once the onion's cooked off, we're going to go in with some coconut milk, the juice of a lime, a tablespoon of fish sauce, some bamboo shoots and mushrooms, and we're going to let them simmer for about 30 minutes.
With the sauce bubbling away, we can concentrate on this. Now this is a firmer tofu. What we're going to do is cut it into blocks. We're going to press it on a clean kitchen cloth to get as much of that water out as possible, and then we're going to poach it in salted boiling water. And what it will do is basically get rid of that water and absorb some of the salty water and therefore season it from within. Next up, we want to give it a toss in corn flour. Then we can fry it off and you'll get that crispy outside bit as well. And what that does is keep the moisture in. So it's a bit like a pane.
Yeah.
It's keeping it within.
Now we need to fry our corn flour tossed tofu in a pan on a high heat with a bit of peanut oil, and sesame oil.
Oh, lovely.
We should make our own tofu.
You should hang on to the aftertaste, Mike.
What's that? Stop it.
Jamie's face.
That's my all-knowing face.
Now our tofu's nice and crispy, we can add in a little bit of Chinese 5-spice just to toast on top of the tofu and add a load more flavour. We have to do this now and not when we added the corn flour, because otherwise it would have burnt. Maths, innit?
Maths
Yeah.
and science.
He just
Maths
picks a subject.
And geography, I guess, because it's Chinese
Chinese
spice.
5-spice, yeah. History.
Last thing we need to do is poach these in the liquid for a few minutes, and in that time we can heat up some rice noodles, slice up some spring onion and fresh coriander, and then throw it all onto a plate neatly. And there we go, tofu noodle curry. Sorted. Now the great thing about this is not just the perfect combination of white chocolate and blueberry, but it's also vegan, and we're going to make it super fancy by serving it in a martini glass. First up, a buttery biscuit base.
Yes, oat biscuits, coconut oil and lemon zest into a blender. FYI, these don't have any butter or any dairy in them. Make sure that you read the label if you're going to replicate this.
Sorry, buttery biscuit base was in fact coconutty biscuit base. My mistake. This makes enough for 8, but we're going to demonstrate it with 4. So if you want to spoon some into the base of there, it'll be all good.
Do you ever get the feeling that Ben had a dinner party that no one turned up to and thought, how can I use these martini glasses?
You like my dinner parties?
Let's talk about bloobs. We're going to soften these by putting them in a pan over a medium heat for about 5 to 10 minutes until they pop.
Now the blueberry will flavour a third of our mixture, but we can make the whole mixture together. And what we're using is soft, silken tofu. So this is really, really bouncy. It's got a high water content, and what we can do is place all of that into a food processor with coconut cream, so it's still dairy-free, caster sugar, 50 ml of lemon juice, plus white chocolate, and this is vegan white chocolate.
Miss. This isn't really a cheesecake, is it?
Technically speaking, no cheese, but if you think about what bean curd is, it's kind of the solids that's taken from soybean milk, whereas cheese is the same product from dairy. So it's a very similar product, but no, it's not cheese. Take the white chocolate mixture and fill the remainder of the glass 2/3, and then all of your wonderful hot berries, they can go into the remaining third, blitz up to a beautiful purple, and that is going to go on top.
Oh, hello.
Now you could serve these immediately, but they're better if you let them chill up in the fridge for an hour or so, and then we're going to garnish it with coconut shavings, fresh blueberries, and our candied lemon peel. If you ever want to know how to make candied lemon peel, check out the Eclair recipe on SORTEDfood.com. Now there we go, we'll let them set up. But that is a white chocolate and blueberry cheesecake in a glass, sorted. You've got to get a bit of everything.
Pudding first, because Mum's not here to stop me. That tastes like a cheesecake. No cheese, no cake.
No white chocolate.
All the deliciousness of a cheesecake without any of the ingredients.
Isn't that good?
That is very nice.
The broth is awesome, and the tofu.
Do you know what I'd say about that tofu? It's meat-like.
Yeah, it's got a really
in
good texture.
That is great.
I don't think it's any secret that I'm a meat guy. I like meat, but this is brilliant.
3 cracking tofu recipes to impress. I think that fridge cam might have had everything.
It had some most excellent knitwear.
And it also had Jamie, I Always Eat Meat Spafford actually enjoying 3 tofu dishes.
And if you stick with us right now, we're going to try and make some tofu ourselves.
Bit of an experiment, we'll see how that goes.
Why are you? Oh, that was a slap and a half.
I know.
Boy, you learned that from your mum.
Good episode. Well done, everybody.
Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. Now, if you haven't had quite enough tofu yet, Ben and James are going to go into an ultimate tofu battle to see who can make the best tofu. Is that right? Is that how
I think we're teaming up.
You're teaming up.
Working together.
Right, I've been given an old brief.
Get your beans out, James.
Oh.